this is a hell of a fun section here. Definitely not for your average street vehicle. I'm laughing and I'm coughing because I'm getting all choked up with dust here. But this is definitely a fun trail. Now, one thing I don't know if you can notice with John's vehicle up there, but when he sees a larger rock, he puts his tires on it. Instead of trying to straddle it and possibly have that rock scrape on the differential, it's much better to put your tires over it and just drive over certain obstacles. You don't want to be scraping bottom. You'd much rather be driving over stuff. One thing to keep in mind is right now we're on the bypass road. We didn't even take the I guess the more difficult level of the trail. We're actually going to do that on the way back, but right now we're on the bypass. So if this is looking a little too extreme for you, which it shouldn't be if you're in any type of Jeep or side-by-side, something like that, you're going to go right up this so far. Like I said, this is definitely too much for passenger cars, but any high clearance vehicle so far is not going to have any issue with this. There are some big rocks. Pick your line and have some fun. Really nice little meadow here. What a view. Off to the side, we can see Mount Berthoud. Way back behind my right, you can see Long's Peak. We definitely got a great view. We're at about 11,000 feet above sea level right now, and we're still climbing. So when we get to the top, we should have a fantastic view. But this is definitely a very pretty trail to ride. Like I said, not too crazy. I mean, if you want to do rock bashing, rock jumping, you know, and get on all extreme, this might not be the trail for you. But if you want a really pretty scenic view, this is just gorgeous through here. Trying to pay attention here. There we go. Nice pine trees. This would be really nice with just a fine dusting of snow, which we might actually get this week. But once winter comes on full and there's a lot of snow up here, I would probably not recommend trying this trail in any kind of deep snow. At 11,000 feet, it can get pretty deep, and it really greatly increases your odds of getting stuck. So unless you're super capable, all the dust. So unless you have a super capable vehicle and you're traveling in a group and you have plenty of recovery gear, I don't think I would try this in, you know, if there's a bunch of snow on the ground. But spring, summer, fall, absolutely a beautiful trail. Okay, we got to a Y up here, and it looks like we're gonna go off to the right. Man, John's Mojito Green Rubicon up there really shines in the light. That is a beautiful vehicle. I almost went with the Mojito Green, but then I got a deal on this metallic ocean blue, and I absolutely love this one. But man, that green just really pops in the sunlight. Look at this view. Yeah, this is pretty. Right now it's October 6th, so we're just getting to the tail end of fall here in Colorado. Not a lot of aspen trees around here for that beautiful fall color stuff, but still absolutely beautiful day. This is a fun trail. I'm really digging this. It's not too crazy, it's not too tame. It's just a lot of fun. You do have to watch your lines. So if, you know, it's a good practice run, it's a good beginner run. If, you know, you're used to doing harder stuff and you've got family or friends out that just want to go on a, you know, a fun little adventure, this would be a great trail to get someone started on that's not going to freak them out too much. There are spots where we're on some shelf roads, but it's not bad at all, not yet. Anyway, I haven't, this is the first time I've been through here, but this is just a blast. I'm really enjoying this trail. The Jeep's handling it just fine. There's some little rocky patches there. You can see John picked the line where he put his tires over the biggest things there to keep from scraping his diff on those. So I'm gonna follow his line there. It looked pretty solid. There we go. Up and over that stuff. Yeehaw. All right, here we go. Okay, this is a good spot to talk about a good off-roading tip. This is a decent little incline here. So anytime that it's steep going down or steep coming up, you want to let the person in front of you kind of get through the obstacle first. That way, should you have a problem if you're too close, you don't want to smack into them. And going up a hill, if the person in front of you ends up with a problem, you don't want to be right behind them and have them roll back into you or something. So anytime that you're on a hill type situation, you want to give the person in front of you plenty of breathing room to make sure that you guys don't end up too close. On the, the more level areas, people get pretty close to each other. That's not a big deal. I want to make sure that I have enough visibility in front of me that, I see where he's going, and I can see any potential big rocks. If I'm too close, might not be able to see that. But then on an incline or a decline, or ascent or descent, however you want to put it, you want to make sure you give plenty of room. So should someone have a problem, you don't get into a situation of cars running into each other. Okay, Creek, right to Georgetown, or straight ahead to Saxon Mountain. We're going straight ahead. Okay, again here we got a little incline. I'm going to let John put a little space between us there. Yeah, we got some big rocks here. Definitely not a place where I would have taken my BMW X3. I definitely took it to places that people thought I was a little crazy. Some of the roads and trails that I was on, I would not have made it past that section right there. Not a chance. I would have had to turn around. I would have had to turn around well before this. But now this climb to Saxon Mountain is got some pretty big rocks on it. You can probably tell from how much the hood is bouncing around, just how jerky this road is. It's still a ton of fun. Okay, I'm going to let John get a little space up there. All right. Look at these boulders here. We're still running about 11,000 feet at this point. We got some aspens going on, some nice gold color here. Sun shining through the trees, really pretty. Look at the color on those aspens. Absolutely gorgeous. Awesome time of year. Beautiful day to be running up Saxon Mountain. Now I do recommend bringing up a picnic. There's picnic tables up here, gorgeous views. You can see all the major mountains and peaks around here. You can literally see for many, many, many miles. going through this little turn, I'm going to get some Colorado pinstripes. That no big deal there. And like I said, it's a beautiful day up at the peak here. At let me double check here. Bring up my off-road pages. Okay, we're at 11,470 feet, and it is 28 degrees this morning. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, so it is still morning. We've got an early start. Try and beat the crowds if there's any today. But yeah, it got a little cold up here. See your breath kind of cold. But the view was spectacular. Now, being behind John the whole time, his Jeep is so much cleaner than mine. It's not fair. I just watched it last night. But, oh well, that's the fun of Jeeping. Now, I did talk to him a little bit when we were at the peak just to get some more information about his Rubicon there. We're both running the same tires, the BF Goodrich KO2s. Let's see. He was in four-wheel low, which we're both in four-wheel low. I did disconnect my sway bar. He did not. So neither one of us used our differential locks. There was no need for that. So just in terms of taking this trail, you do not need diff locks and you do not need sway bar disconnect. Okay? It's not that crazy of a trail. There are some offshoots of here, and I don't know if you noticed the one sign a little while ago that did point to an extreme 4x4 trail. And in that case, you would need probably some better equipment, some bigger tires and things like that. But just to take the road up here to the peak and head back down, those things are not going to be necessary. Are they going to help? No, not really. Four-wheel low is definitely the biggest help. I'm going to make sure I drive over this rock so I don't scratch my pumpkin. All right, but just four-wheel low is really all you need. I stopped for a moment to talk to John about that extreme 4x4 sign there, and he's on this road all the time because at the top of the hill he actually works on some of the radio equipment that's up there. So he's very used to this trail, and he's done that trail, but he won't do it in his Jeep. He'll do it in a side-by-side or an ATV, but not in his Jeep. I mean, our Jeeps are newer. It's not time to trash them yet. So it's very rocky. You do need a winch if you're taking up a Jeep. You're going to need diff locks. You're going to need sway bar disconnects. You're probably going to need at least 37-inch tires. You're going to need a built rig to go on that trail. So one of these days we'll bring up a side-by-side and we'll go down that so you can see it, but not today. We're not going to hit it in our Jeeps. They're just not built enough for it. Unfortunately, the wind whipped through here really bad the last couple of days and knocked most of the leaves off the aspen trees. You know, we have that nice, beautiful gold color right now, but in about a week, maybe a little less, but about a week, this would have really started going into all the different oranges and browns and really give that amazing Colorado fall color. But pretty much by then, all the leaves are going to be gone because the wind has been so bad lately. And we have snow expected on, but today's Sunday, we have snow expected on Thursday. That'll probably strip the last of them that are out here.